Here are 5 quarterbacks we like at RotoWire in 2025 Fantasy Football Draft. We're starting out with Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow has been drafted as the quarterback 5 this year. But look, coming off of last year, we saw the season we were hoping for a while. 4,918 yards, 43 touchdowns, 7 games over 300 yards. 3 of those hit 392 or more. Here's the deal. Joe Burrow plays for a Cincinnati team with a defense that is probably going to be terrible. What does that mean for fantasy football? The scores are going to be crazy week in, week out for the Bengals. The running game is okay. Chase Brown's very nice, but this team's going to have to get it done through the air. And look, they paid Jamar Chase. They paid T. Higgins. Joe Burrow has those weapons. Little Mike Gesicki in there. This is going to be an aerial attack that is going to be not only fun to watch every week, but it's going to be great music to your fantasy football team's ears. Don't be surprised if Burrow hits that 5,000-yard mark, definitely gets over that 40 touchdown, chips in a couple hundred rushing yards on the ground as well. Another player we like at quarterback, Justin Fields, New York Jets. RotoWire likes it because RotoWire remembers when Justin Fields was last used as a rusher. Think back to 2022 with the Bears, 1,143 yards and 8 touchdowns. And guess what? Wasn't even 17 games. It was 15 games. Then 2023, he missed some time, played 13 games, still rushed for an 860-yard pace. It was 657 yards on the season. This man, Justin Fields, can run the football as well as any quarterback not named Lamar Jackson. Now, what will Fields do in New York? The coaching staff has already said they're going to play to Justin Fields' strengths. Well, guess what? That's not throwing the ball a ton. That is getting him on the move. But when he does throw, remember the Chicago days. DJ Moore, 1,360 yards. Garrett Wilson's the receiver in New York. You can see similar production there. Tight end. Mason Taylor's a rookie. Pure pass catcher, second-round pick. They had Cole Kmet. Fields had a great chemistry with those 2 Chicago players. Looks like we could have a similar opportunity here. But the big deal is Fields getting it done as a runner. Draft him just inside the top 11 quarterbacks. You might have some top 5 upside to go along with it. Our next quarterback is Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott has moved up to the quarterback 13 in drafts since George Pickens was acquired via trade from the Steelers. Here's what you need to remember about Dak Prescott. In 3 of the last 5 years, he's had healthy seasons. In those 3 seasons, he was the quarterback 2. He was the quarterback 3, and he really slacked when he was the quarterback 7. You get the point here. Dak Prescott has elite skills. Yes, he's had some bad seasons. Yes, he's had some injury-plagued seasons. But the Dallas running game, don't expect this to be the days of Zeke Elliott. His backfield has Javonte Williams, Jadon Blue, Miles Sanders, Phil Maffa. My point is this. This team is going to struggle to run the ball consistently. The only way this team's going to sustain offense, Dak Prescott throwing to CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson. It is going to be fun to watch this. Again, you're getting Prescott just outside those top 12 quarterbacks. Reach up a couple spots because Dak Prescott at worst should get you a quarterback 8 season. But don't be surprised if he's even better than that. That Dallas defense will be decent, but they're going to give up enough points that Prescott's going to have to keep them in those contests. If you're enjoying this breakdown, take a second to hit like and subscribe. And help just keep the fantasy advice coming. If you want even more of RotoWire's tools, rankings, and insights, we got a 15% discount just for our YouTube viewers. Head to rotowire.com, choose your subscription, and use the code YouTube15 at checkout. All right, the next quarterback that RotoWire likes, Brock Purdy of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Purdy's ADP has gone a little up. It's crept up all summer. One point in May, the quarterback 14, all the way up to the quarterback 10. So he's firmly in quarterback 1 range. But we like Brock Purdy. Remember last year, yes, his touchdowns fell from 31 in 2023 to 20 last year. His interceptions went up. But last year did not work out well. Christian McCaffrey missed most of the season, and in the games he did play, he wasn't quite himself. Brandon Ayuk missed half the season with an ACL injury. Left tackle all-world Trent Williams missed significant time. It was just a problem in San Francisco. But Ayuk may not be back early. He'll eventually get back. But Christian McCaffrey is a full go. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. Elite level. George Kittle may need a little more production in terms of targets. He usually gets about 90. Say that bumped up a little bit. Well, if Ayuk misses time, Jawan Jennings really showed up last year. You can build on that. Yes, they lose Deebo Samuel, but Samuel can be replaced. And finally, Ricky Pearsall. Don't forget about him. He had a little stretch late in the season where he was looking really good. And remember, he had that poor, unfortunate incident where he was victimized in a crime early before the season. And so he was probably not right, but he is right now. And a former first-round pick, this passing attack is going to need to get it done because the 49ers keep losing infrastructure players on defense each year. They'll be a good defense. They will no longer be the outstanding defense we're used to. So guess what that means? Brock Purdy's going to need to throw more, and that means fantasy goodness in that Kyle Shanahan offense. The fifth quarterback we like at RotoWire, C.J. Stroud. But guess what? He is cheap in drafts. His ADP has gone down all summer. He's going in average drafts as a quarterback 20. As a second quarterback, look, here's what we like C.J. Stroud. As a rookie, and don't forget how good Stroud was as a rookie. He was the player we were going to say, oh, for years, this is going to be our big-time starter. And then last year happened. 37-27 through the air, 20 touchdowns. It was a disappointing season. But here's what you need to know. The league made a lot of adjustments to C.J. Stroud. The coaching didn't help. C.J. Stroud, based on that rookie year, he now can make his adjustment back to the league. And they have weapons. Nico Collins. They brought in Christian Kirk via trade. 2 receivers in the draft. Outside receiver, Jaden Higgins. Inside receiver, Jalen Noel. They've got weapons. The running game, Joe Mixon, compiler. Nick Chubb, not sure if he's back from that knee injury, which he returned from last year, but he's kind of slowed. Stroud is able to carry a team. Here's one bonus point. In the 2 NFL playoff games last year, C.J. Stroud ran for 42 yards in both of those. He's normally not a runner, but it looks like he might have figured something out. When defenses drop back on him, maybe it's not bad to run the football. And if he gets a boost in rushing yardage, even better.